rolling.
Almost like an interview.
There we
Put up
go.
on YouTube interview skills from final year students.
Okay, let's go.
If
Hi.
I get too seduced
ready?
during the
How's it
interview, don't worry, I'll leave.
Yep.
Oh God,
Okay, so I'll just start off some personal details. What's your name?
Susan Hayes,
Well, good start. What age are you?
21,
And where are you from?
Malahide.
Okay, so we're going to talk today about the acquisition process of a master's. So first of all, a few reasons. Why did you decide to do a master's degree?
I didn't really think I was ready for work yet, and it's always a good thing to kind of have on your CV anyway, because I don't know, like I might end up just going a completely different way. So I just thought it'd be a good thing to do before.
And was there specifically one main reason that?
Mainly, I just didn't think I was ready to go into work and do all my caps and everything.
Does the accounting exams?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much time would you say you spent before making your final decision to concrete do a master's?
I always kind of thought that would be what I'd do, to be honest. Like when I got to third year, I knew I wasn't going to be able to go into work the next year, so I kind of just had always planned on doing it.
So would you say, could you put a time period on when you first started to properly look into it and when you?
I'd say probably just the start of third year, probably around September. That's when I just kind of started considering actually being out of college. So that's when I started thinking about the masters.
Okay, so would you say it took the whole of like the term up to Christmas maybe, or the whole?
About up to like Christmas, just to be like definitely this is what I'm going to do.
And did you come to your eventual decision definitely around that time? Like, did you?
Yeah. Well, it was always also dependent on whether the company. Oh. Never mind. The company I wanted to like go with would allow me to do it or not.
Okay. And did you feel there was enough choice for you in Ireland to do a master's?
Yeah, like there's really good business masters available in Dublin. So I had always my top two were either Smurfit or DCU, and I always thought that they were really good reputation. So.
Did you consider going outside the country?
I didn't really think about it. No, I was always going to go to Dublin.
Is there any particular reason why you wouldn't have left Dublin?
I just, to be honest, it was money as well. Like I'd have to go get accommodation and everything on top of paying for the masters. So I'd always just knew I would stay in Dublin for it.
Okay, we'll come back to the question of money and finances later on. But do you feel that having a master's will make you a more valuable person, like in terms of to yourself and to other?
Yeah, like definitely. I know I'm going to feel like a lot more confident going into my job with the masters than if I obviously didn't, if I was just coming fresh from college, like. And I know that, like, obviously when you're going for a job, people are going to look at extra qualifications. So. And
valuable in what sense would you say you would be more valuable with a master's?
Just as in, I suppose, more competent and stuff, like more. I don't know, like as in even in the masters, it's kind of different layout from college. It's a lot more, like I know college they try and make it be like if you're late, you don't have it. But there's always, it's still a little bit like school. Like masters is a lot more, you just do it or you don't kind of thing.
Okay. And did you feel there was a specific need to do a master's as opposed to a want to do it? You saw maybe you saw the upside, but did you think there was an actual need driving?
Well, I probably could have gone straight into a job. There wasn't like a serious thing, but I think personally I probably did need to, because I just don't think I'd do as good a job probably if I went straight into it.
Would you say it was a need maybe more for yourself?
Yeah.
To learn as opposed to a need to get a job?
More, I'd say, of a personal need, yeah. To like feel more confident and things like that.
And would you say that was one of the main drivers behind?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Looking to your future career, maybe not in the next few years, but let's say in the next 10 years, what difference do you feel a master's will make?
I suppose if I decide to go in a completely different direction, or if I just decide to go to a completely different firm, it'll be one of the major good things that make me stand out in my CV. So that will be one thing I was thinking of.
Okay, and this kind of relates, would you say it's a short-term gain to get ahead of the competition, or like you mentioned before, it's more for yourself, for your...
Yeah, I'd say it would be both, because they said, I know if you go in having a master's and someone would go in fresh from college, you'd definitely be ahead, at least for the first 1 or 2 years. And then say if you did want to change jobs, you'd be definitely ahead of someone that just had like just a college course.
And when you say ahead, do you mean for yourself, your own peer group, or do you think would you mean employees?
For
employers,
for getting a job, like for employers.
Okay. Just a couple more general questions. So the current economic climate has greatly reduced the options open to graduates, and this has led to a significant increase in demand for masters. And did this play on your mind when you were making the decision?
It did, because in Smurfit there's like a cut-off GPA point. So it had always been, I knew it had always been at a certain level, and that was grand. I was kind of, I knew I'd get it if it stayed at that level, but everyone had said that it had gone up, or was going to go up a lot, so I was kind of afraid that I wouldn't make it.
And did the recession specifically motivate you, do you think?
Not necessarily, like, to be fair, I just was kind of thinking about that I didn't want to go into work. So not really the recession too much.
So you wouldn't have.
But I suppose it would obviously help, like.
Okay. Just one more general question. There's some debate as when's the best time to do a master's, and some would say getting a few experience in the workplace before then specialising would be a better option. Why wouldn't you have followed that train of thought?
Because I just kind of felt coming out of college I was more in the mode of studying, and like I was used to kind of living the life of a student, whereas if you're in work for years, you're making money, you're like going up a ladder, I think it'd be really hard to kind of come off that and just go back down to like studying and not making anything.
So you think it would have led naturally from your
Yeah, I just
degree?
felt like it was a natural thing just to kind of finish it off with that.
Okay. Let me just answer some of the details about the masters itself that you eventually chose. So what's the title of the masters itself?
Masters in accounting.
And at the moment, what subjects did you get to choose your subjects, or
No,
were they chosen for you?
they choose them for us, but in the summer term we either do a dissertation or we do 2 summer modules, but we don't know what they are yet. So.
And specifically, like the subjects that you'll be doing at the moment, are there?
We're doing tax. Do you want me to list them?
Well, there's not too many.
We're doing tax, finance, management, accounting, auditing, and cost management.
Okay.
Yeah, cost accounting.
And you said DCU and UCD were your choices. Were they the only choices, or did you have any other options in Dublin?
No, I only applied to the 2 of them because I probably should have actually gone to more, but I'd always just kind of considered if I was going to do a master's, I kind of wanted to do it in one of those 2 places.
Okay, so if we just talk about how you narrowed them down, was price a significant factor?
Not really, to be honest, because they all cost a massive bomb anyway. So, like, sorry.
Sorry, were they similar prices between the 2?
Yeah, they were.
So that wasn't really a differentiation.
No, I was more kind of going for the reputation of the place rather than cost.
Okay, so reputation. What else would have attracted you to Smurfit in the end?
Well, it was mainly reputation. I'd kind of always put that above DCU. I know, like, they're both, like, probably say as much, like, they're both brilliant things for the CV, but like I think Smurfit just is more international than DCU would be.
Okay, was location a factor?
No, because I'm from Malahide, so.
That's